Hey everybody! Today we're going to be reading chapter 28 of Exodus. After I get done reading scripture, I'm going to explain, what I think about it, how I feel about it. And I'm not an expert in scripture at all, so please do not lean on my understanding, but trust in the Lord for understanding and for guidance. And I'm reading from my Bible, as you can see. And it's the New Living Translation for those who want to follow along. And I apologize if I mispronounce any names, places, or people, or anything like that. And we have a lengthy chapter today, so let's get started. Call for your brother Aaron and his sons Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. Set them apart from the rest of the people of Israel, so they may minister to me and be my priests. Make sacred garments for Aaron that are glorious and beautiful. Instruct all the skilled craftsmen who I have filled with the spirit of wisdom. Have them make garments for Aaron that will distinguish him as a priest set apart for my service. These are the garments they are to make: a chest piece, a ephod, a robe, a patterned tunic, a turban, and a sash. They are to make these sacred garments for your brother Aaron and his sons to wear when they serve me as priests. So give them fine linen cloth, gold thread, and blue, purple, and scarlet thread. The craftsman must make the ephod of finely woven linen and skillfully embroider it with gold and with blue, purple, and scarlet thread. It will consist of 2 pieces, front and back, joint at the shoulders with 2 shoulder pieces. The decorative sash will be made of the same materials, finely woven linen embroidered with gold and with blue, purple, and scarlet thread. Take 2 onyx stones and engrave on them the names of the tribes of Israel. 6 names will be on each stone, arranged in the order of the births of the original sons of Israel. Engrave these names on the 2 stones in the same way a jeweler engraves a seal. Then mount the stones in settings of gold filigree. Fasten the 2 stones on the shoulder pieces of the ephod as a reminder that Aaron represents the people of Israel. Aaron will carry these names on his shoulders as a constant reminder wherever he goes before the Lord. Whenever he goes before the Lord. Make the settings of gold filigree, then braid 2 cords of pure gold and attach them to the filigree settings on the shoulders of the ephod. Then, with great skill and care, make a chest piece to be worn for seeking a decision from God. Make it to match the ephod using finely woven linen embroidered with gold and with blue, purple, and scarlet thread. Make the chest piece of a single piece of cloth folded to form a pouch 9 inches square. Mount 4 rows of gemstones on it. The first row will contain a red carnelian, a pale green period, and a emerald. The second row will contain a turquoise, a blue lapis lazuli, and a white moonstone. The third row will contain a orange stone. I don't know how to pronounce this word. A agate, and a purple amethyst. The fourth row will contain a blue, green, a blue-green stone, a onyx, and a green jasper. All these stones will be set in gold filigree. Each stone will represent one of the 12 sons of Israel, and the name of their tribe will be engraved on it like a seal. To attach the chest piece to the ephod, make braided cords of pure gold thread. Then make 2 gold rings and attach them to the top corners of the chest piece. Tie the 2 gold cords to the 2 rings on the chest piece. Tie the other ends of the cords to the gold settings on the shoulder pieces of the ephod. Then make 2 more gold rings and attach them to the inside edges of the chest piece next to the ephod. And make 2 more gold rings and attach them to the front of the ephod below the shoulder pieces, just above the knot where the decorative sash is fastened to the ephod. Then attach the bottom rings of the chest piece to the rings on the ephod with blue cords. This will hold the chest piece securely to the ephod above the decorative sash. In this way, Aaron will carry the names of the tribes of Israel on the sacred chest piece over his heart when he goes into the holy place. This will be a continual reminder that he represents the people when he comes before the Lord. Insert the Urim and Thummim into the sacred chest piece, so they will be carried over Aaron's heart when he goes into the Lord's presence. In this way, Aaron will always carry over his heart the objects used to determine the Lord's will for his people whenever he goes in before the Lord. Make a robe that is woven with the ephod from a single piece of blue cloth, with an opening for Aaron's head in the middle of it. Reinforce the opening with a woven collar so it will not tear. Make pomegranates out of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn and attach them to the hem of the robe with gold bells between them. The gold bells and pomegranates are to alternate all around the hem. Aaron will wear this robe whenever he ministers before the Lord, and the bells will tinkle as he goes in and out of the Lord's presence in the holy place. If he wears it, he will not die. Next, make a medallion of pure gold and engrave it like a seal with these words, "Holy to the Lord." Attach the medallion with a blue cord to the front of Aaron's turban, where it must remain. Aaron must wear it on his forehead so he may take on himself any guilt of the people of Israel when they consecrate their sacred offerings. He must always wear it on his forehead so the Lord will accept the people. Weave Aaron's patterned tunic from fine linen cloth. Fashion the turban from this linen as well. Also make a sash and decorate it with colorful embroidery. For Aaron's sons, make tunics, sashes, and special head coverings that are glorious and beautiful. Cover your brother Aaron and his sons with these garments, and then anoint and ordain them. Consecrate them so they can serve as my priests. Also make linen undergarments for them to be worn next to their bodies, reaching from their hips to their thighs. These must be worn whenever Aaron and his sons enter the tabernacle or approach the altar in the holy place to perform their priestly duties. Then they will not incur guilt and die. This is a permanent law for Aaron and all his descendants after him. Thus ends the reading of chapter 28 of Exodus. And I apologize for my voice sounding this way. I don't think I drunk any water today yet. I know I ate an apple, but I haven't drunk any water today yet. Also when you be talking, a lot, even after you have, drunk water, your voice get kind of. So it's not a lot that I want to talk about because the Lord basically gave instructions to Moses about how he wants the clothing done for Aaron and his sons, so that way they can wear these garments as they're doing their priestly duties in the tabernacle. So I love the colors. I love purple. Purple is my favorite color, specifically lavender. But I love all colors, but I have my favorite shade. Like with purple is lavender, with blue is turquoise, or ocean blue. With green is forest green. And with orange is tangerine orange, I think, or mandarin orange. I forget which one, but it's like a really pretty orange. And then with yellow, I love dandelion yellow. I just love specific shades for specific colors. But purple is my favorite color, and it's lavender. And I just love how they use blue, purple, and scarlet thread for stuff. I'm pretty sure that the colors represent something or mean something, because with the Lord, he don't just do stuff randomly. I'm pretty sure the colors mean something, but I have to do some research to see what it means. But in all honesty, I'm gonna give it a guess. The purple probably represents, royalty, because that's what it normally, represents. And, the Lord, our God, he is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. So I'm thinking that's what the purple is for. And then the blue normally represents peace, calm, tranquil, stuff like that. So I'm thinking that's what the blue is for. It reminds me when Jesus was doing his Sermon on the Mount, in the show The Chosen, and the women were trying to figure out which color sash he should wear, and they ended up going with blue. I think Jesus himself picked blue because it was more, it wasn't like a show. Like, he didn't pick the purple one because the purple one was like royalty and stuff, and like he's not coming as some king to give orders. He came as just a humble person, just a human being, a human like us. And he is trying to, save us, preach to us and stuff. So he chose blue because it's peace. And, it didn't elevate him to no royal status. He came as just, you know, he presented himself as a regular person. So, yeah, blue is peace. And then the red color, of course, the only thing I can think of is blood when it comes down to red. The sacrifices that have to be made, in order to, appease the Lord, and in order to, cleanse, Israel, of their sins. Because, they always had to do the sacrifice stuff, like sacrifice a goat or a lamb or some birds or whatever, they have to sacrifice. So I'm thinking that's what the colors meant. Purple is for royalty, blue is for peace, and red is for the blood. Yep, the blood of the sacrifice is the blood of the lamb. So, and of course, back in the Old Testament, they didn't have, the Lord yet. So, they didn't have Jesus yet, in human form, preaching and all that. So, they actually, heard God the Father's voice and got instructions directly from him through his prophets that he had, So, yeah. It's like you gotta pay attention to everything, because everything got meaning and stuff. And my bad for mispronouncing some of the names of the gemstones and everything that was, on the chess piece. Some of those I didn't know how to pronounce, but they sound pretty. They sound pretty. And I'm pretty sure that the gemstones meant something too, but I'm not sure. But not sure what they would have meant. But I find it interesting how, like, it was so critical back during the day for you to follow the Lord's instructions exactly how he said, because if you didn't, then you could die. So it's just real interesting how you had to pay so close attention to, what you were doing back then. Like, if you messed up one thing, you could die, So basically, if Aaron and Aaron's sons, if they did not wear these priestly garments correctly, or if they missed a piece, of their garment, if they didn't have a piece on or whatever, they could possibly die, by not following instructions. So it's interesting. I'm so glad Jesus came and did what he did, because honestly, y'all, it's too much. I just read the Old Testament and I just be so glad that we don't live during that time no more. That literally all we have to do is just love God with all of our being, and we gotta love others. And as long as we do that, we obeying all of the laws and the prophets. Shoot. So I just love the fact that we don't have to do, we don't have to do all of this, now. We don't have to do all of this. Now, I'm a Gentile. I know I don't have to do it. I can't speak for the Jews. Wait, did I say the right word? My bad. Hold on. Y'all know who I'm trying to say. The Israelites, them. Like, I can't speak for them. The people of Jerusalem and all that. I can't speak for them. The people of Israel. Cause I know that I know that Israel and all that stuff still exists today and everything. So I can't speak for them. I don't know if they still gotta follow these rules or not. I don't know. I don't know. I think not. Probably. I don't know. Yeah, I can't speak for them because honestly, I remember in the New Testament, you know, um, I remember them talking about what us Gentiles had to do, you know, because we are not, born, Israelites and stuff, and we're following the way of the Lord, the way of Jesus Christ, So I don't know what the Israelites have to do. I don't know if they still got to do this or not, but you know, if they do, well, they grew up with these laws, they know these laws. I'm not concerned or anything. I'm just doing what I gotta do as a Gentile, basically, you know. So that's pretty much it. There's nothing else really that I have to say about this chapter. Um, I am gonna be reading slow for a while because I do really want to make sure that I don't mess up the readings because it's a lot of details that the Lord is giving, and I don't want to, mess it up. So, but that's it for Bible study for today for us. In terms of me, I just got done taking a bath. It was it was really good. I soaked in the bathtub for like, I'd say 15, 20 minutes or whatever. I didn't want to be in there too long, you know. But I listened to the Bible app. I listened to it read some chapters to me. Um, 'Cause I wanted to listen to the Lord's word, while I was taking my bath. And it was really relaxing, honestly, to just hear the Lord's word and to just soak in the bathtub and chill. It was super cool. And when I do my baths, I basically just put um I don't do like the bath bomb stuff. I do the like how when you go to the store and you just get like body wash. Like basically that's what I do. I just put body wash inside the hot water, and that's it. And that's how I take my bath pretty much. I just soak in that, clean myself with that. I don't do the bath bomb stuff because I got sensitive skin and I got eczema and stuff, and I don't want to have no reaction. Um, I remember when I had bought some Nair stuff one time, or did my mom buy that? I can't remember, but it was some stuff where you put it on your skin, and you supposed to where you put it on top of some hair that you want to get rid of. You put it on there, and it's supposed to sit for a little while, and then once you like wipe it, the hair's supposed to be gone, and it ain't supposed to come back type stuff. You know, I tried that on my leg, and literally I had to clean that stuff off of my leg because my leg started itching, like, after it being on for a little minute. Like it wasn't even on long. But I had to clean that stuff off my leg. And then I think for like a whole week or more after that, I was still itching in that spot. It's like I had an allergic reaction to that. Or my skin had a reaction to that because it's sensitive and stuff. Like I cannot even like spray perfume. Like I don't even wear perfume or anything. Because of my sensitive skin and stuff. Like if I was to spray perfume on my skin would burn and all that. It would be like this burning sensation. So if I was to wear perfume, I never spray it directly on my skin. I always put it on my clothes, so I can still smell like perfume, but it not be on my skin. And I only use Dove and stuff. I only use Dove because, my skin like it. That's how I keep my skin nice. It's I just use Dove soap. I like to use the one that got the shea butter in it and stuff. And then as far as lotion, I just use cocoa butter, cocoa butter lotion. I use that. I like how thin it is and stuff, so I can just, use it and everything. I don't like that thick stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how I take care of myself. I don't do nothing, too crazy or anything. I used to use a Neutrogena like soap in order to wash my face, but I don't even use that no more because ain't no point. I just use my Dove soap on my face, and then I just put my cocoa butter on my face, and that's it. I don't have no major, skin routine and using all of these products that other people do. I like to stay natural, you know. I don't wear makeup, anything like that. I feel like you don't need it. I feel like that's just another way for the government to take your money from you. And, I know that makeup enhances your beauty, but I just don't like it. I don't like it. I love natural beauty. I'm already beautiful. I feel like I don't need enhancers. Like, I don't need that. Plus, I don't want, plus my face, I think my face breaks out when I wear makeup. Yeah, I was dealing with bumps on my face for like a while. After somebody had put some foundation on my face, that was my color. Like, yeah, it was interesting. Yeah. I just don't like spending a lot of money on ridiculous stuff, you know? I'd rather spend my money on something where it's going to be an experience that literally I will remember forever. And if I don't remember it forever, when I get to heaven, I'll remember. I'd rather spend my money on an experience that I could take with me to heaven than to, you know, than to than to spend my money on some materialistic thing that's just going, pass away one day. Like, for example, I'd rather spend my money going out to eat, and eating some good food and enjoying myself, while here on this earth, than to spend my money on some makeup. I don't feel like doing that, no. Now, certain things you gotta spend your money on, cause I mean, it's serving a purpose. Like, you gotta buy clothes, you gotta buy shoes. Um, but I'm a minimalist. I don't even buy too many shoes. Like, I got one pair of tennis shoes. Um, I got a lot of house shoes, but that's only because they was gifted to me. They were a gift, and I do love them. And when I say a lot of pairs of house shoes for me, I mean I got like 3 or 4 of them, and I feel like I just need one. But the only reason why I'm keeping them is because some of them I use them for house shoes, but they could actually be shoes that you wear outside. I can't really describe them to y'all. Y'all know them shoes where you just slip your feet in them and they got the strap in the back that hold your shoe on your foot. Yeah, them. I think I got one pair of them or two. I don't know. I know I most definitely got one pair of those. But yeah, them could literally be worn outside. Like, just I would just wear socks with it. But like, them could be worn outside as just regular shoes and stuff. So I just use them as house shoes though, because I don't feel comfortable wearing them outside. Like, what if you gotta run and get away? I can't run comfortably in them shoes. Need tennis shoes on for that. So yeah, I just buy what I need. I pretty much just have what I need. I don't like having, you know, I don't like having stuff that don't serve a purpose. And I'd rather spend my money on an experience. And if someone buys me a gift, like, honestly, I'd rather tell you what I would want than for you to just randomly buy me something. Cause I don't like being wasteful with money. Like, okay, like for example, like I love cake, right? I love cake and cupcakes and stuff like that. I prefer that over cookies, right? If you're trying to get me something like for a celebration or whatever, I'd rather get like one of them, one of them big old cupcakes. Just one big cupcake for me. That's it. I don't need no huge cake, that I gotta share with people, you know? But yeah, I just prefer the little cupcake, the big old one cupcake, individual cupcakes that you can get from the store. I prefer just one of those because I can eat that myself. I can eat that day, and I got a little cake out of it, and I'm not, being wasteful with the rest of it. So, you know, like y'all know that my last day at Walmart was like July the 31st. So the end of last month. And y'all know how my sister in Christ, she literally made me a Bible cake. I loved it. It was beautiful. I always wanted one and everything. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I ate as much of it as I could, because even though I love cake, I've changed my diet and my eating habits so much to the point where a long time ago I would have kept that cake. I would have ate all of that cake and I would have been fine. But now it's like, I just ate a piece every day for like a few days, and then I couldn't do it no more cuz like it was having an effect on me and stuff, and I was just like, no, I can't do it. I gave like half of it to like my mom, my brother, and his girlfriend, and it was just handing out cake to people. And I did my best to get rid of it and everything, but it was a lot. It was a lot of cake. I'm very grateful for it and everything. It was a beautiful Bible cake. Next time I'm gonna see if she can do it. Like next time there's a celebration or something like that, I'm gonna see if she can do like a Bible cupcake. And when I say a Bible cupcake, I mean basically just take one cupcake and literally draw a Bible on it with the icing. And that's it. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. Like for real. Or shoot, you ain't even gotta draw a Bible on it with the icing. You can just put some put scripture on the cupcake or something. Or get a Bible ring and put it on there or something. I don't know. Something. Yep, some Jesus stuff. My bad. I'm watching this person cook on TV. I don't know what he making, but he just put some grilled onions in it, and I'm all for some grilled onions. So I don't know what he making, but I love grilled onions. So um, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. See, this is what happens when you don't have a script. You just you be talking and you lose your thought, or at least I do. But I think I was talking about what was I talking about? I'm trying to remember my point. Like I know I was talking about the cake and everything and not being wasteful and all that. But I was trying to remember my point. I guess my point is that I'm a minimalist basically. That's something else that you guys are now learning about me. I don't like to be wasteful with my stuff. And that's just an example. It was interesting trying to get rid of that cake, all that cake, but I managed to do as much as I could before it expired. So, and it didn't make no point. It didn't make no sense to freeze it, cause number one, I don't like freezing certain things. I just feel like it shouldn't be froze. And I feel like when you defrost it, it's gonna, I don't know, not be the same or something. I don't know. I just don't like freezing certain things. I'm more of a eat my food while it's fresh type girl. I don't like really leftovers, and I don't do certain things for froze and re defrosted and all that. I don't like that. I'd rather make my stuff fresh all the time than to be freezing certain things. But yeah, as far as my art is coming, I'm getting better at drawing. I do need to look at videos and actually practice drawing. Well, I've been looking at art videos. That's not the problem. The problem is actually me practicing what I'm watching, you know? Because I see people do Christian art all the time, and I'm looking like, it's beautiful. I want to do that, you know? And, you know, but I specifically love painting, I love painting. It's really, it's really fun. I've always loved painting since I was a kid. Man, I'll never forget her name is Miss Patel. Miss Patel at my old school at Barbara C. Jordan Elementary School when I was growing up, man. Like, Miss Patel loved her class. She was the art teacher, she was the paint teacher. Shoot, I loved it how we went over the pastel colors, the primary, secondary colors, how we got to paint and stuff. I loved her class. I did. I ain't gonna never forget her. And I loved her name, Miss Patel, because it reminded me of pastel. Like how perfect of a name do you have to be the art teacher? Like, I ain't gonna never forget her. She was this tall, slender Caucasian lady. She normally wore like a long, ponytail, and she wore glasses and stuff, and I loved her. I wonder what she doing now, if she's still doing art and stuff. But yeah, I loved her class. I loved her class. I did. I loved art and drawing and being creative and stuff when I was a little kid. I don't know why I stopped, but it was so interesting when the Lord told me to draw, to draw again. I'm looking like, dang, I forgot that I liked doing that. So it's just amazing. Like, I don't know what he got planned for me to do. Straight up don't. But I'm gonna continue to draw because I love drawing. Right now my art looks kiddie-ish because I'm sorry, like, it's like that's where my art skills stopped. I stopped drawing when I was a kid, so now that I'm getting back into it, it still looks that way. I'm not a professional like everybody else, who, well, everybody else that I be, looking at and seeing on TikTok and stuff. Um, their artwork is beautiful, but, it truly is beautiful, but I don't know. I don't know why I'm not getting, I don't know why I don't know. I don't know why. It's like I want to draw, I want to get better, but for some reason, I'm not learning new skills. I don't know, it's weird. It reminds me of when I first gave my life to Christ and when I, wanted to do the evangelism thing. It was something I wanted to do, but it's like I knew it wasn't time yet. So I didn't do it. I had stopped doing it, I didn't do it. And then the Lord literally let me know when it was time. Like, when the evangelism ministry at my granny church, when I was attending there, when they asked me did I want to do virtual evangelism with them, it's something new that they starting. It's like I knew in my spirit it was time. It was time for me to do evangelism. So it's like with this art thing, it's like I love drawing, but for some reason I'm not learning how to, you know, I'm not learning how to draw better. It's kind of weird. It's like it's not concerning me because like I'm still doing what the Lord told me to do. But at the same time, I'm looking like, is this the way my art is supposed to look? Not professional and look different, look kitty like, look childlike? Like, is this how it's supposed to look or no? Like, I don't know. It's like I'm being obedient, but I feel like I'm blindly just, doing some stuff because I don't know where it's leading. I don't know. I know that that's what walking by faith means and stuff, but I don't know. You just feel like you randomly doing some stuff and you don't know what the end goal is. Like, I don't be, well, I'm not gonna say I don't be knowing what to draw. No, I know what to draw. Cause I draw when I get an idea, when the Lord gives me an idea. That's why I always post my art once a week. Because I draw when I get an idea, you know. But other than that, you know, and I love for my art to be, Christian art. I don't want it to be just any random old art work, you know. I wanted to have some type of meaning, some type of relation, to Christ. So, but yeah, I think that's enough information about me today. Not gonna lie, I'm a little hungry. I ate an apple this morning, but apparently I need more substance, more food. So I meal prepped yesterday, on Sunday. Today, Monday, and of course y'all gonna see this video on Tuesday, but like I meal prepped on Sunday. Like I went to the grocery store and I got watermelon, I got pineapple, I got and it was already cut up in a bowl so I could just eat it, you know. I got me some mandarin oranges, I got me some apples, I got me some strawberries. I got me some spinach, some shredded carrot. I already had a red onion, so I didn't get no more of that. And then I got me some already hard-boiled eggs from the store, which tastes good. Cause I didn't feel like boiling no eggs. Like y'all, I haven't boiled eggs in like so long. Like I really do need to work on my cooking skills, but we'll talk about that at a later date, you know? But well, I'm not gonna say work on my cooking skills. I need to remind myself on how to cook these things. Cause trust me, growing up, I was always watching my mom cook, and then I was also cooking meals, like cooking whole meals. So, like it's not that I don't know how, it's just I haven't done it in a long time. And I don't like wasting food, messing up food. Cause I mean, who got money to be, ruining food? So I just got to remind myself on how to do it. So all it's gonna take is just me looking up the instructions on how to do it and then doing it, practicing. When you got, you know, the the ability to do so. You know. But yeah, um, I meal prepped. I just made salad, a spinach salad, um, with all the little stuff in there, the carrots, the onion, red onion. and the eggs. And then I got me some dressing, different kinds of dressing, so that way, each time I eat my salad, it'll taste different. And then my fruit and stuff, that's like for breakfast pretty much, or to go with my salad. And then I got me some honey roasted peanuts for a snack. I got some popcorn in there, but I'm trying not to eat no more of that. I haven't eaten a lot of that. And yeah, that's about it. I also got some yogurt cups, the Harvest Peach ones, because I love those. So I got those. And yeah, and that's pretty much it. Just fruit and vegetables, really. The vegetable being, the salad, and stuff that's in it. But yeah, just fruits and vegetables. That's it. And I just drink my water. The only flavorful thing that I do drink is my tea, and that's when, I need it for something, like if I need to detox or if I need some joint support or, something like that, or just an everyday tea, or something, I'll do that. But, haven't done any tea in a while. I haven't done tea in a while. But I got my honey and my lemon juice and all that stuff in there, for that. I bought some more peanut butter and jelly too because I love that. But I can't have sugar or anything after 6 o'clock because, it'll aggravate this tingling sensation that I get in my legs. You know, I thought it was restless leg syndrome. My doctor said it's not, but um, cause she had me on vitamin D3 pills because I was really low on that, like non-existent low on that. So I was taking that and it did help. It got a whole lot better. But it was still going on though. So we'll revisit that next time I go to the doctor. But I did stop taking the vitamins because I wanted to try and, get healthy, using natural stuff, like eating right and doing teas and herbs and stuff. I wanted to do it the natural way. So leave a comment, if you got any way to help me out, with getting rid of this tingling sensation in my legs, the natural way. And I mean, the only reason why I say it's restless leg syndrome, RLS, is because I'm experiencing all of those symptoms of that. So that's the easiest way for me to describe my symptoms, But I could say it real quick. I mean, the tingling sensation, it happens at night for the most part. It's normally at like 11, 12 in the morning. Sometimes it'll be 1, 2, or 3 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes it'll be at 6 o'clock in the morning. It always happens at night between 11 and 3 o'clock. Okay, it always happens at night between that time. And then if it does happen in the morning, it's always 6 o'clock in the morning or whenever I wake up, pretty much. I get that tingling sensation. So it always happens. And that's why I don't eat sugar, because if I eat sugar after 6 p.m., that tingling sensation is most definitely going to happen. And it's going to be worse than what it would have been if I had not ate it. So, but I do have a method on how to get rid of it. I normally just get up, walk around, the house, or stretch if I can't walk around the house. And then I just eat like a spoonful of peanut butter, pretty much. Or I make a peanut butter like sandwich, if I have bread. But sometimes I don't want bread, so I just, get a scoop of peanut butter, spoonful of peanut butter, and I just eat that pretty much and drink water. And that tends to help. I don't think that's really healthy though, but I mean, it'll be alright. But it works though. That's all that matters. And then I'm trying to exercise, stay active, walk, you know. I think the walking helps, you know. And then of course, if I'm sitting still for too long, I most definitely gotta like it's like my legs get restless. I get that tingling sensation like I need to get up and move around, you know. I really do feel like I have RLS, but I don't know. But that's pretty much it. I just want to know a natural way to get rid of it, you know. Some people might comment and say that I already got a natural way to get rid of it, the peanut butter, me exercising, and all that. But it's like, I don't know. Like, I kind of don't, I don't know. I want to do something to actually get rid of it to where I don't have to do it anymore. Like, I'm not trying to do, the government's way of getting rid of it, which is like medication or whatever. Like, I'm trying to do a natural way. But, let me know what y'all got. Um, and that's pretty much it. So, thank you guys so much for listening. I love you. Jesus loves you. And have a blessed day. Bye.